Hey up everybody, my name's Joshua Morrison, director of Johnny Moz's Lessons in Confidence, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about the quality of video, film, music, etc. and compare that to the effort that actually goes into these things. And is it necessarily that effort correlates to quality? Now, if you've seen any of these videos before, you'll know that the answer to that is no, at least in my opinion it's no. But I recently just got a comment. I was actually filming my last video and I came over here and as I was walking to the next location trying to find another shot, I was sort of scrolling through my phone and I got a notification, and I can read you the exact comment actually. It said something along the lines of, we don't need more crap, we need more beautifully crafted pieces of art. It was something like that. Here it is. We don't need more shite, we need more beautifully carved out, meaningful treasure. Okay, there's a response to that. This isn't about putting out albums for others, it's making albums for practice so you build up the skills to make an incredible one. So that guy that responds to it, yeah, that is certainly one aspect to it, but taking that aside, taking aside the idea of making things and creating art for the sake of practice, because the idea of that would be to eventually create something that's good anyway. The goal of making a load of shite is to make all your shite so that you can make something good, either amidst the shite or having made the shite and then going and looking back at it and seeing what you did wrong and how you can improve on it. Taking that all aside and just making shite for the sake of making shite, I think has a charm all of its own, has a beauty to itself. Because why does it need to be good necessarily? Look at, say, The Room, for instance, from Tommy Wiseau. That's not a good film, that's a terrible film, but people love it. And I think, obviously they like it ironically at first, but I think as time goes on, you start to appreciate it just on its own little qualities. Like, I don't like the film. I've never been a guy that's particularly into The Room, but a film that I do like is Love on a Leash. I just think it's so much fun. And it almost, because what's weird about it is a terrible film, but it's terrible in a fun way. And that on its own can be really engaging in and of itself. So I think the single definition of quality that we can't necessarily materialize and can't actualize, we can't say for sure what makes a film high quality. We could certainly look at, is it filmed on certain cameras? Does it have professional lighting and sound? Is the acting convincing? Are the locations varied and interesting and well put together? Is the directing style not even necessarily unique, but just well put together and fitting for the themes of the film? And that is the film well written in that, are the themes interesting, not overly explored, or if they have been, maybe explored in an interesting way, or maybe it's just really well executed. A simple idea, but done really well. There's so many ways to define what a good movie is, but I don't think there's nearly as many definitions of what makes a bad film. Not even close. I think what makes a bad film is quite simple. It's just a lack of quality. The same way that, I don't know, you go to hell because you have a lack of belief in God. And like the idea of sinning is a lack of God. I think this is like a lack of quality is what makes something bad. So I wouldn't say that The Room is a bad film because it has qualities about it that are entertaining and engaging. And any film that has as many quotes to it as that film, I don't think can be bad. Even if it's filmed like absolute shite, even if it looks terrible, even if the acting in itself is what would be generally considered to be quite low quality, I don't think you can necessarily say the film itself is low quality because it's managed to resonate really well with a lot of people. But then, is that what makes something good? Because by that logic, the fact that The Room resonated with people, but I don't know, some random Yugoslavian art house drama made by some nobody that is maybe not objectively better, but would be considered far, far superior in terms of a piece of art, and as far as quality is concerned, that would mean that The Room is the better thing because it's helped more people and engaged more people and done more things. That would mean that Taylor Swift is the best musician that ever lived. But I don't necessarily think that that is the case. I don't think that what counts as necessary quality can be defined in any strict way. I think what makes quality is just whatever people find in it. Look at all the crazy YouTubers that come out of the woodwork on this platform that make such really strange and personal and interesting kind of things that are like nothing else you've ever seen. And yet you really, really enjoy it because it feels genuine, it feels sort of true to maybe life, or maybe it's relatable, or maybe it's funny but in a new way that you're not necessarily used to, or maybe it's just a look into a culture that you're not particularly familiar with. Stuff like that. I mean, I remember I watched a film from Papua New Guinea, and it was really funny because the way that they talked in the film, they all talked really, really somberly about the craziest things. And then it turned into a bit of the Christians come and save everyone kind of thing towards the end, so I got a bit sick of it. But it was really fun while I was enjoying it, and then I kind of stopped enjoying it. But it was just really great to see another culture that is so far removed from suburban London that I just really got something out of it. It's the same way that I really love Who Killed Captain Alex from Uganda. It's the same. There's an Iraqi film or a Syrian film that I can't remember the name of it. It was set in the post-apocalypse. Really amazing. It wasn't like low budget either. It looked really professional. It looked really, really good. It looked like the sort of thing that might have had a budget of like $30 million if it was made in America, but I don't think it had a budget like that. I think it had a budget of like 2 million or 3 million or something like that. Anyway, beautiful, beautiful film. It's the same reason I love Time of the Gypsies and Underground from, where are they from? I don't think they are Yugoslavian. I think Yugoslavia was gone by that point. Yeah, it was from that general region. You know, so you've got so many films out there that are all good in different ways. Like, I think people like Avengers Infinity War in a different way that they like, I don't know, A Clockwork Orange. I bet you could talk to people that would have just as much affinity for the Avengers Infinity War and then talk to other people that have just as much affinity for A Clockwork Orange. But they might not overlap because what makes those films good is so inherently different that you can't really compare them in any actual sort of way. People say that you can't compare apples and oranges and that sort of thing, but they are both fruit at the end of the day. So you can at least sort of recognize that there's a lot of good going on in cinema and in art in general, and it doesn't necessarily have to look how you expect. So yeah, do films need to be good? No, because what's not good to you might be good to someone else. Do albums need to be good? No. Do books need to be good? No. What do they need to be? They need to be interesting and engaging, thought-provoking. And yeah, that's basically all I have to say. Thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you have a good rest of the day. Take care. Love you all. And yeah, keep making stuff. Just make as much stuff as you possibly can, while you can, and then look back and start making more stuff. So have a good rest of the day, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye. Now watch this drive. Oh, what a shot. I don't think he actually took it. Come on. This will be the one. This will be a hole in one. This won't be a birdie, it'll be an eagle. Oh yeah. Yeah, hit that mother.